Hello there. Happy Friday, June the 26th, 2026. Hope you are doing well wherever you are. It is great to be back in the United States of America. I think I am almost completely over the jet lag. My family and I, we were in Italy. We got back from Italy on Sunday evening, and it's taken a little bit of time to get adjusted from that 6 hour time difference. But we had a great time over there, and the work week this week has been very, very productive, and it's been a really good week overall. I hope you all have had a great week. Hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. And of course, this is the last Friday of the month, which means a couple of things in this case. It means that the Criterion Collection sale has started, and I have already started doing damage here. I picked up my first haul earlier today, so very excited about that. But earlier today, this morning, we got announcements from Arrow Video of their September 2026 titles. So we are going to share reactions to those titles. And I really want to hear in the comment section, and for those of you who are live on this stream, what titles you are most excited about. So there's a particular title that I am keenly interested in this month's releases coming up in September from Arrow Video. And I definitely want to hear the titles that you are most excited about. So, in this age of physical media being alive and well, with Criterion releasing a full Stanley Kubrick box set with these wonderful titles from the Criterion Collection sale available to all of us to pick up over the next several weeks, with Supergirl in the movie theaters. Actually, forget that. With Grand Theft Auto 6 coming later this year, for those of us who are into cinematic video game experiences, there's a lot going on in the world of physical media and entertainment. And on the other side of this, we will get into Arrow Video's September lineup. Let's talk about it. All right, it is Friday. It's time for the weekend, and I thought I'd come on here for a few minutes and share reactions on Arrow Video September 2026 titles. So before we go to my Twitter page to look at those titles and just share some reactions, I thought I'd come out here and check out some comments and see who has joined us on this stream here. So we have Gary Movie Fan. Not bad at all. So I think you're pretty pleased with this month's slate. I think it's a pretty strong slate this month. um, I I think it feels like it's a stronger slate than last month. There is one particular title on here that I am very excited about checking out. I've never seen the film before, but I've heard of it, and it has a fantastic cast. And I'm looking forward to talking about that one along with the others. So I definitely want to hear which titles y'all are excited about. But thank you for joining, Gary. Wooly Productions. Hi, James. Hope your Friday is going well. It is. Did you get any day one criterions yet? Yes, I have a stack over here that I'm going to be cracking into shortly after this stream. So looking forward to that. And then we have Mr. Rafa here. Hello, James. Hello, Rafa. I believe you dropped a comment earlier today that I responded. I think we corresponded through the comment section. Hope you're doing well. We have Mr. Hobert here. Hey, James. Hope you had a great vacation. Awesome vacation. Italy, first time there for my family. This was my son's, graduation year, so we thought it would be great to take him with us to Italy. We had a great time. We spent time in Florence, which is a wonderful, beautiful city, and had a day trip to Rome. Had a chance to see St. Peter's Basilica, which is absolutely mind-blowingly beautiful on the inside. It's the most beautiful church I've ever seen. The architecture, the sculptures, the art is mind-bogglingly beautiful, and it's just a testament to the incredible talent of some of these people that I just think that certain people are just blessed and given the ability to do certain things. There's only a handful of people able to do certain things, like Michelangelo sculpting David out of this rock. I mean, how many people can do that? Just incredible. So we had a great time in Rome, saw the Colosseum, saw the Trevi Fountain, where the site of where Marcello Mastroianni and Anita Ekberg were in the fountain in La Dolce Vita. So had a chance to see that beautiful fountain. Spent time in Venice, which is a city that is a a travel by boat. So everywhere you go, you travel by boat or by water taxi. There are no cars in Venice. And then, of course, wrapped up our vacation in Milan, Italy, and Lake Como. So had a wonderful time over there. Highly recommended. Rafa here, your best fan from Northern Ireland. That's right. That's right. From Northern Ireland. So thank you for joining. And my jaw dropped when I saw Forbidden Planet. I know a lot of people are excited about Forbidden Planet, so I'm looking forward to talking about that one. And who knows? I don't know much about that one. I may be turned around with that, and I may end up adding that to my list. We have the most famous robot in history, movie history, and pre-comedy Leslie Nielsen. Where can we go wrong? Okay. You're getting me intrigued. You're getting me intrigued. Let's see here. Stoked for Go on 4K. I have loved this since my initial theatrical viewing. See, I love hearing the titles y'all are excited about. Hello, James. Hope everything is great with you. Everything is wonderful. Just having a blessed time. Just very thankful and looking forward to a nice, restful weekend. It's just me and Shiloh this weekend. The wife and the son are doing some other business this weekend. And it's just me and Shiloh. So me and the dog are having a boys' weekend together. So you responded on my comment in your YouTube channel these weeks. I remember well. Oh, well, absolutely. Happy to do so. Hey, Italy is great. I'm currently in Greece. Enjoy your time in Greece, Kevin. It was in Criterion Bars and Sale. Best Blu-ray titles I've seen, my friend. It was excellent. Okay. Awesome. Can't wait for that Kubrick collection. Definitely picking up some of them recommendations you had in the Criterion sale. Hope all is well with you and your family. All is wonderful. We are blessed and very thankful. Hey, Italy is great. I'm currently in Greece. Yes. We definitely want to see Greece at some point. There's a lot of other places we want to see in Europe and Asia and Africa and South America, everywhere. We want to go everywhere. So we got to pace ourselves. Are going to see Citizen Vigilante with Army Hammer. I didn't know that existed. I don't know anything about that. Let's see here. Hi, James. I love your video from Italy with the juxtaposition of the films. Wonderful. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Richard. I do plan to put out another piece of content this weekend on the channel talking about our visit to Lake Como. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Let's see here. Mark is glad to see us live. Glad that you're able to join live, Mark. Always good to see you in the comments section. So yeah, I really do appreciate all of you joining live today. And we're going to go without any further ado. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go to my Twitter page. As the dog is barking, Shiloh, I'll be with you shortly, my friend. I got to feed him dinner after the stream. So this is my Twitter page, and it says it's time for our monthly announcements. So this is where I get my Arrow video updates. I go to my Twitter page, and that's where I see the stream of announcements, and we'll just go through them expeditiously here. I do apologize in advance for the barking. But we'll cover this title first. This is Underworld. Now, there are two titles in this month's uh, Arrow video slate that I have seen. One being Misery, which has a 4K release in the UK, and the other being The Desperate Hours, which is getting a UK release as well on Blu-ray. So those are two excellent titles that I'm looking forward to talking about. And that I think for those of you who do not have those on physical media, great opportunity to pick those up. But let's talk about Underworld, which is getting a limited edition 4K Ultra HD in the UK. And this is from Clive Barker. And it's a chilling exploration of human transformation. So let's cover that one first. And actually, I must apologize. Please allow me to step away for a quick second because I need to see what has Shiloh barking. I'll be right back. All right. Shiloh, what's going on? All right. Sorry about that, folks. So this is a UK title, Underworld on 4K Ultra HD. Let's go ahead and click the listing. This is in the UK. It's available for a pre-order price of £25. Now, this is a film from Clive Barker, and I am not familiar with this title, but it's going to be coming out on September the 6th of this year. And I do have some notes on these titles that I will refer to in the case of Underworld here. So it says, from the mind of horror legend Clive Barker, who gave us Hellraiser and Nightbreed, comes Underworld, a chilling exploration of human transformation and the price of ambition. So, beneath the city lies a secret world inhabited by mutants addicted to a terrifying new drug created by the mysterious Dr. Savary. Their only hope of salvation lies in Nicole, forced to work in a high-class brothel, okay, but for reasons unknown, unaffected by the drug's mutations. When the mutants kidnap Nicole, there's a private investigator is hired by the brothel's owner to bring her home, but she descends deeper into the subterranean labyrinth. What starts as a rescue mission soon spirals into a frantic battle for survival. Okay, so for those of you who are familiar with this title, let me know in the comments section if you've seen this and what you think about this. So this is a 2-disc 4K Ultra HD limited edition. You get a reversible sleeve and a collector's booklet. You get one disc, which is disc 1, the 4K, and then you get disc 2, which is Transmutations, which is an exclusive Blu-ray. So that'll be only in the limited edition, which means that when they release this in the future, in future editions, it will only have the 4K disc. It will not have the second Blu-ray disc here. So just keep that in mind. You're getting 4K with Dolby Vision. You're getting an audio commentary. You're getting a couple of, actually 3 brand new interviews here. So keep that in mind. Makeup tests, storyboards, US trailer, artwork, and stills. So looks like a pretty interesting addition. If you'll look at the artwork here, you have your reversible, your options on which cover art you want to have on the disc case. So that is very nice. Very fascinating looking art. But yeah, this is a title I'm not very familiar with, but this is Underworld, which is getting a limited edition 4K. This is a Clive Barker film. So definitely keep that one in mind. Then we come to the title that, for me personally, that I am most excited about. And this is a title that I have not seen. It is Tequila Sunrise. And what really has me excited about this is the stars. You got Mel Gibson, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Kurt Russell in this film. And it looks like it's a dark comedy, like a crime type film. I know many of you have probably seen this film, but I have never seen this film before. It's going to be coming available in the US, the UK, and in Canada on a limited edition 4K Ultra HD. I don't believe this is a chunky box edition, nor do I think Underworld is. In fact, I'm not sure if there are any chunky box sets in any of these releases this month from Arrow Video. But let me go ahead and click the US listing here. It's going to be available for a pre-order price of $35. It's going to come out on September the 14th. Tequila Sunrise. You see here the reversible art. So I believe, now see, now which one of these is the original? I presume the one on the right is the original art, maybe, and then the newly commissioned art might be the left. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But look at this art. Looks really cool. I love the color. I love the color palette of this of this cover here and the aesthetic. And it says here, a business on the line, a friendship on the edge, a woman caught in the middle. In 1974, Robert Towne wrote Chinatown, the film that redefined film noir for a new generation with its peerless portrayal of corruption in pre-war Los Angeles. 14 years later, he returned to the genre as writer and director with Tequila Sunrise, bringing a distinctly 80s flair to this Casablanca-inspired neo-noir. I love a neo noir. I love the whole noir genre, and I love neo noirs. And so this is definitely up my alley. This has Dale McCusick, Mel Gibson, and Nick Fresia. Kurt Russell are two close friends separated by a legal divide. While Dale is a former drug dealer trying to shake the shackles of his past, Nick is a detective investigating a Mexican kingpin smuggling cocaine. Their contrasting loyalties are brought to a head through a shared romantic interest in restaurateur Joanne Michelle Pfeiffer. So you have a love triangle there, and that attraction unknowingly drives their friendship toward insurmountable strain. So very interesting. Kurt Russell, Michelle Pfeiffer, Mel Gibson. This is them in a much earlier role, so they're all fairly young in this title, as you can see here. So I've never seen this before. I'm really excited about checking this out, especially on this brand new 4K edition from Arrow Video, getting a brand new 4K restoration of the original 35 millimeter negative. So I'm expecting this to look very nice. Arrow typically does a great job with their restoration, so I am expecting nothing less but a stellar presentation of this film. So I'm expecting to get a good experience seeing this for the first time. We are getting Dolby Vision on this release. Um, you get some archival features like the audio commentary. There are several brand new interviews and appreciations. So, a brand new interview with the producer, a brand new appreciation of Robert Towne by Lucy Bolton, brand new interview with second assistant director Robert Rhoda, and Sin City, a brand new interview with actor Layla Slotman. So I'm not sure how she's connected here, but that's interesting. You get a collector's booklet and a reversible sleeve. So this is coming out September the 14th, 2026. So I am very much looking forward to Tequila Sunrise. And for those of you who have seen this film, I definitely would love to hear in the comment section what you think about it. Are you excited about this release coming out from Arrow Video? Is this one of your favorite films? Let me know that in the comments section below. But yeah, this is a crime drama. It's got romance in it. It's got that late 80s atmosphere. And it's definitely at the top of my personal list for this month's September Arrow Video releases. So let me stop there for a second and just kind of come out, catch my breath a little bit from chasing the dog around, and just see what comments you all have. See what are y'all thinking of these titles? I really want to get your thoughts on what's coming out here. So let me see where we left off. Let's see, James, I'm getting it, but I have a big problem with how Criterion is housing the discs in the slide out cardboard. For the price they're charging, they could have done much better. Now, which release are you talking about there, Gary? Let me know which release you're talking about. So Rafa, in next month, me and my young sister, we're going to get a trip from July 21st to July 26th in Greater Manchester. Okay. Wonderful. I hope you enjoy that. Getting the Kubrick set, but very unhappy about how Criterion's housing the discs. Oh, okay. And I guess Gary is talking about the Kubrick set. Okay, slide in and out cardboard sleeves. For what they are charging, they could do much better. Yeah, and this is a topic that many people are talking about with that Kubrick set. I know this is an Arrow stream, but let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. That Kubrick set is one of the biggest physical media releases in recent memory that's coming out. It is a complete set of Stanley Kubrick films on 4K Ultra HD from the Criterion Collection. And many of us collectors are in a little bit of a decision dilemma because we have many of those films on 4K, like Full Metal Jacket, Paths of Glory, The Shining, Eyes Wide Shut. So many of Kubrick's films are already out on 4K. Clockwork Orange, 2001: Space Odyssey, Barry Lyndon. And many of us already have those 4K editions. So it's a matter of how much do you really want to double dip? It's one of those situations where you really have to ask yourself, is it worth it? So that's the dilemma that some of us are kind of going back and forth on. But apparently, others are also dealing with the dilemma of the packaging in terms of how the discs are housed and not being happy with that. So um, these are the first world problems of physical media collecting. So that's the crazy hobby that we are in. September 2026 looks crazy and insane. These new Blu-ray titles releases on Arrow Video looks interesting and exciting. Yeah, I'm excited about Tequila Sunrise. A Better Tomorrow trilogy discs is getting transferred for 4K. Okay. If James had heard these news, I would be glad. Better Tomorrow. Yeah, we will definitely talk about a Better Tomorrow trilogy. I must confess, I am not incredibly familiar with those films, so that will be a discovery for me. Fun fact, in Forbidden Planet, there's animated sequences directed by Joshua Medor. He animated for several Disney films and was loaned to MGM by Walt Disney. Awesome. If I'm remembering correctly, Underworld stars the butler from Trading Places. It's a okay film. Okay, fair enough. Underworld is kind of meh for me, not a great barker. I do like Denham Elliott. He lived an interesting life. Yeah, based on what I read in that description, Underworld is not speaking to me, if you know what I mean. So, but I do want to hear more of your thoughts because to see if that's a right take or if it's something I should consider. Hello, Archie. Always good to see you, as always. Tequila Sunrise gets some hate, but I enjoy it. We'll be picking this up. Okay. Now, that's interesting that it gets some hate. I did not know that. I'm looking forward to reading more about it. I did see on IMDb that it has, I think, an average rating of 62. So, for whatever that's worth. I've actually never heard of Underworld. I have not either. I have not either. Adrian, hello to you across the pond. Hope you are doing well. Always great to see you, sir. Needful Things needs a standard Blu-ray and 4K, but Blu-ray Steelbook edition in the UK and Irish Republic nowadays. I have a copy of early DVD. Okay. I love Tequila Sunrise. Pretty good rom-com crime film. Excellent. Michelle Pfeiffer's at her best. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Very good. Let's go back and look at these titles. And again, I do apologize for slight discombobulation with the dog and everything, but hey, these are the things you deal with. This is real life. This is real YouTube life here. So, of course, Tequila Sunrise is also getting a Blu-ray release in the UK, US, and Canada. So that is nice. Now, this is a title here that is coming out in the UK. This already has a US Blu-ray release. It's a title that I've been looking at for probably about the last year and trying to decide when I'm going to pick this one up. But it is a title directed by Sidney Lumet, and it is Night Falls in Manhattan. This is one that at some point I will pull the trigger on it. I'm kind of wondering if this is a case of I'm just going to wait so long that Arrow will eventually upgrade this to 4K and I'll be happy I waited. I don't know, but this is now coming out in the UK on Blu-ray. So it's the same edition, but just getting a release in the UK. It's going to come out in the UK on September 13th on this limited edition Blu-ray. You see here the standard slip. It's not a chunky box set. So you have Andy Garcia, Richard Dreyfuss, and Lena Olin here. You see the original artwork and the newly commissioned artwork here. Actually, a very nice cover that they newly commissioned art. It says, in a city of 9 million people, is there room for one honest man? I don't know. Is there? In a career that includes such award-winning masterpieces as Serpico, Prince of the City, and The Verdict, director Sidney Lumet has cross-examined the fine line between those who enforce the law and those who exploit it, both in the courtroom and on the streets. Adapting a novel by former NYPD officer Robert Daly, Year of the Dragon, Lumet once again exposes the corrupt underbelly of the city that never sleeps and night falls on Manhattan. All right. So Andy Garcia is playing Sean Casey, an assistant district attorney and a rising star in the New York City legal system. He is forced into a tough position when his ambitious boss, seeking re-election, asks Sean to prosecute a drug dealer caught by two NYPD detectives under controversial circumstances, one of whom happens to be Sean's father. Very interesting. So definitely conflicting interests there. So that is very interesting. So in this limited edition, you're getting a 2K remaster from the original negative by Arrow Films. You are getting an archive commentary by Sidney Lumet, archive commentary with Andy Garcia. You get a 2002 documentary, on-set interviews. It looks like there's no new features in this edition. So in terms of new features that Arrow has done for this edition, you get a reversible sleeve and a collector's booklet. So it is an edition with a 2K remaster from the original negative, and a collection of archival features. So that's Night Falls on Manhattan, getting a Blu-ray release in the UK. All right, moving along, we have another title. Hold on again, please. No. I'm going to close this door. You can't go in there or in there. All right. This is a title, folks, that is getting a Blu-ray release in the UK. It also has a US release. And this is a title that, if this is not on your radar, I highly, highly recommend picking up The Desperate Hours. Now, I have this edition already from Arrow Video. This is the US release. And this is a fantastic film. This is a home invasion film. It is a film that stars Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart's one of the bad guys in this film. He is one of the home invaders. And you have Frederick March in this film. This is a fantastic film that Arrow Video released on Blu-ray. This film was shot on VistaVision, and the restoration restored this and scanned it to, I think, 6K resolution and downsampled it, if that's the right term, to a Blu-ray 1080p disc. So if this ever gets upgraded to 4K, there's definitely a good restoration available for that. So this is a fantastic film that I highly recommend, that has an Arrow Video release in the US, now getting an Arrow Video release in the UK, and it is The Desperate Hours. Now, let's take a look at it. It is coming out on the 13th of September in the UK, limited edition Blu-ray. You can see here the art options, the newly commissioned art on the left, the original art on the right that you see there. I love having that option. And as you can see, what I typically do is I'll have the original art on the disc. I opt for that because the newly commissioned art is always on the slip. So I love that. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, this is director William Wyler, who gave us Detective Story and Roman Holiday. He pairs up two Hollywood legends, Humphrey Bogart, Casablanca, and Frederick March, The Best Years of Our Lives, for their only appearance together. The result is an electrifying tour de force pitting two giants of the silver screen against each other. You have three escaped cons led by Bogart, who plays ruthless Glenn Griffin. They force their way into a suburban home, intending to hide out while they await the arrival of an all-important package. But what should have been an overnight stay extends into a protracted hostage situation, pitting Glenn against the embattled family patriarch Daniel Hilliard, Frederick March, a man with everything to lose. So this is a fantastic film, folks. As I said, I highly recommend it. It says here, The Desperate Hours is a classic tale of suspense from a master filmmaker at the height of his creative powers, now fully restored from the original VistaVision negative. Folks, this is a title that I just cannot tell you how good it looks on Blu-ray, with that wonderful VistaVision photography, beautifully restored. I mean, it is, and it says here, restoration by Arrow Films from a 6K scan of the original VistaVision negative. And when you see this Blu-ray, you will see that restoration in all its glory. It looks absolutely amazing. It is a beautiful looking black and white image, a high definition 1080p Blu-ray presentation. So although it's not a 4K, this is one heck of a good looking Blu-ray, and I think you'll be pleased with it. Audio commentary. There is, let me see here. you have this visual essay, which I think is new, but then I think the other features are archival features. But the features are excellent. I had a chance to go through them when I watched this probably about a year ago, and I definitely want to revisit it. It is an absolutely fantastic addition from Arrow Video, and those in the UK are getting their release of it. That's the Desperate Hours limited edition Blu-ray. What year did this come out? Let me see. 1955, I think. But yeah, excellent film. Cannot recommend it enough. Starring two titans of cinema from that time, Humphrey Bogart, Frederick March. All right, moving right along here, we have another title here that is coming out in the UK, US, and Canada. It's getting a Blu-ray release, and it is Wicked Priest Collection. So this is a title that would be a complete discovery for me because I am not familiar with Wicked Priest. So let's check out the listing here in the US. So this is Wicked Priest Collection Limited Edition Blu-ray, available for $35 pre-order, released on September the 14th. Some very interesting looking art here, as you can see there. Very interesting. Okay, I can dig it. I definitely dig the art. It's very fascinating. I don't know, I must admit, I don't know anything about this. Um, but it says here, most famous for his role as the stoic Ogami Itto in the legendary Lone and Wolf Cub series, which has a release in the Criterion Collection, but I have never picked that one up. So you have this character, Tomasaburo Wakayama, shows a different side in the martial arts comedy series Wicked Priest. So this is a martial arts comedy series where a devout man of the cloth doesn't let a little thing like his vows keep him away from women, booze, and brawls. Okay, hence he's called Wicked Priest. Okay, got it. He's a Buddhist monk with a penchant for drinking and gambling, setting sinners straight, who with judo throws rather than sermons. Okay. In the first film, he's placed on probation for fighting off a gang of thugs, but when he hears of rogue priests in his order consorting with Yakuza, he returns to punch them towards enlightenment. Okay, interesting, interesting. So this is a trilogy of films. So I believe, is it a trilogy of films? Let's see. So the limited edition has, 5 films, brand new restorations of all 5 films in the series. Wicked Priest, Wicked Priest 2, Ballad of Murder, Wicked Priest 3, A Killer's Pilgrimage, Wicked Priest 4, The Killer Priest Comes Back, and Wicked Priest 5, Blood on the Commandments. Okay, this is a 1080p release of all 5 films. You get a brand new video essay. You get actually 2 brand new video essays. You get a couple of brand new interviews. So that's great. So a lot of brand new content here. Priest or Monk, a brand new primer on Buddhism and pop culture. Okay, as depicted in the films. So a lot of new features being brought to bear in this edition. So those of you who are fans of these films, Wicked Priest, you are being served with this edition. So I am not familiar with it. For those of you who have seen these films, let us know in the comment section if someone is interested in martial arts films like I am. I love martial arts films. Is this the type of film that would appeal to someone that's into martial arts films that like, say, Bruce Lee type films? I know this is more comedic in nature, but let me know what your feeling is about these films and whether or not you would recommend Wicked Priest. So again, available for $35 pre-order, coming out September the 14th, and it's going to be available in the US, Canada, and the UK. Wicked Priest Collection, 5 films. Looks pretty awesome, actually. Awesome edition. Okay, here's the second title that I'm really excited about that I'm actually debating. Now, Tequila Sunrise is a definite pickup for me, but this title here, Misery on limited edition 4K, is coming out in the UK, and it's one that I am contemplating whether I'm going to get it or not. I'm not sure yet. So definitely want to see what your excitement level is. This is an excellent film, stars Kathy Bates and the late great James Caan. in this film, which is an adaptation of a Stephen King novel or story, and it is an amazing film. It has a certain scene in it that I have to look away. It's just one of those things I just can't deal with. I have to look away. But anyway, you know what scene I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and click the listing. This is Misery Limited Edition 4K Ultra HD. It's coming out September the 20th, available for a pre-order price of £25 in the United Kingdom. And you see here that you've got the original, or you have the newly commissioned art and the original art. This is like, yeah, this is beautiful looking cover here. And this was the hint that was on Arrow Video's Twitter page earlier this week, where they were hinting at their announcements. This was the hint right here. So very interesting to see that. You see here, Paul Sheldon used to write for a living. Now he's writing to stay alive. From director Rob Reiner, the late, great Rob Reiner. Unspeakable tragedy of what happened there. And screenwriter William Goldman, Marathon Man, All the President's Men, comes Misery, a terrifying thriller based on the bestseller by Stephen King. So, caught in a snowstorm, best-selling romantic novelist Paul Sheldon, James Caan, suffers a horrific car accident, but is rescued by former nurse Annie Wilkes. So, everybody, we would all be so incredibly lucky to have a nurse like Annie Wilkes, right? Not. With the phone lines down and the roads out of use for the winter, Annie, who happens to be Paul's number one fan, takes him home, sets his broken legs, and tends him back to health. But that fandom, of course, as we all know, it turns to a dark side and goes down some very interesting paths. Um, this Kathy Bates won the Academy Award for her performance in this film, and her and James Caan are outstanding in this movie. Is absolutely fantastic, and it's an amazing film. Now, I have Misery on this Blu-ray edition. Actually, it's Blu-ray DVD edition, and so for me, it's a matter of, this is one of those cases where I ask myself, I enjoy this film, but do I love this film enough that it's worth me making an investment in upgrading to 4K? And that's where I'm kind of going back and forth on. I'm perfectly happy with this Blu-ray edition, and I'm partially leaning to just sticking with it, but it's going to come down to um, a game day decision as to whether or not I upgrade this to 4K. Now, when I look at the special features, one of the things I did in preparing for this live stream is looked at the features on here on this current Blu-ray edition to this new 4K edition, and a lot of these archival features that you see down here, like the diagnosing Annie Wilkes, an archival featurette, profile of the stalker, advice for the stalked. These are all these archival features here are on this edition, as well as the archival audio commentary by Rob Reiner and screenwriter William Goldman. So those are also on here as well. There's another couple of there's a couple of other features that are also archival features on this Blu-ray edition, but you have some brand new features here, including a brand new audio commentary that's added, which is nice. You also have Misery's Court, a newly filmed interview with composer Mark Shaman. So that is nice. So you have a couple of new features added to the archival features that were available on previous releases. So that's a nice touch. Reversible sleeve and collector's booklet. So there you have it. It's coming out September the 20th, and it's going to be a limited edition 4K Ultra HD in the UK, in the United Kingdom, for a pre-order price of £25. So this is one that I'm trying to decide, am I going to pick it up or not? We shall see. We shall see. Time will tell. So it's available on 4K for pre-order, as well as a Blu-ray edition. So that is great. Limited edition. Again, no chunky box, just a standard slip edition. So keep that in mind. All right. Coming down to a couple more titles here. This one is coming out in the UK, the US, and Canada. It is Forbidden Planet on limited edition 4K Ultra HD. Now, this is one that I think a lot of people are excited about. So let's go ahead and let's click right into it. This is going to be available for a pre-order price of $35, coming out toward the end of the month of September the 28th. And this is a title that is one of the all-time great films in the history of science fiction cinema, and it elevated the genre to a whole new level, transposing Shakespeare's The Tempest in the deepest space and breaking new ground with its iconic designs, elaborate sets, and pioneering electronic score. So it's in the 23rd century, which is similar to Star Trek. Star Trek is it takes place in the 23rd century, at least the original series. A United Planet starship is dispatched to the distant planet of Altair 4 to determine the fate of an earlier expedition. Warned not to land, Commander John Adams, Leslie Nielsen, I guess before he did Naked Gun, this is a more serious Leslie Nielsen, I guess, does so anyway and discovers Dr. Edward Morbius, played by Walter Pidgeon, his daughter Altaria, Anna Francis, and a robot named Robbie, the only survivors of the former crew, all of whom perished at the hands of an unseen force that also destroyed their ship. Now that unseen force is moving again, but what is it? Where does it come from? And how is it connected to the long dead civilization that once inhabited that planet, Altair 4? Interesting, a lot of interesting questions. So for the very first time, Forbidden Planet is presented in its original Cinescope aspect ratio of 255 to 1, with its theatrical Perspective stereo soundtrack in an eye-popping brand new 4K restoration that is out of this world. Okay, interesting. So it's a 4K. You're getting, I believe, 2 discs. Yeah, 2 discs. The 4K disc includes the 4K presentation in Dolby Vision. You get restored original lossless mono, optional English subtitles, and a brand new audio commentary. So that's great by film historians. The second disc is the Blu-ray with the extras. And you get a newly filmed appreciation of the film. You get a couple of archival documentaries and a featurette. And then you get a series of deleted scenes and lost footage and a bonus movie, Invisible Boy. So you're getting a couple of brand new features, including a newly filmed appreciation, a brand new audio commentary, and then the rest is archival features. So for those of you who are fans of this film, if you're a fan of Forbidden Planet, this is definitely a very attractive looking addition. I'm not familiar with this film, so I definitely want to hear in the comments section what you think about this film, and do you recommend this title? I love a good science fiction movie. Is this one that is likely to be up my alley? Let me know that in the comment section, and let us know, for the benefit of everyone on this call, whether or not you would recommend um, this title. So that is Forbidden Planet, coming out on September 28th for a pre-order price of $35. And it's getting a 4K limited edition release in the UK, US, and Canada, and also a Blu-ray edition in those same territories. So that is good to know. All right, so then that brings us to a couple more titles, including a trilogy of films that definitely looks very, very interesting. It's a Better Tomorrow trilogy on 4K Ultra HD coming to the UK, and this is Wu and Su's Magnificent Crime Trilogy is finally here. So let's go ahead and check this out. You are getting a Better Tomorrow 2, and a Better Tomorrow 3 in this fantastic looking release. Available for £45, coming out September 27th. And let's see, it says here in 1986, a chance encounter between producer Sue Hark and director John Woo led both men to collaborate on the revolutionary A Better Tomorrow, an unexpected smash hit that spawned sequels, remakes, and legions of imitators, giving birth to a new genre, the heroic bloodshed film, and firmly established Woo as a master of action cinema. So this would definitely be a discovery for me. So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing what y'all think about this series of films. So let's see. It's coming out on 4K Ultra HD. It's a trilogy of films. You're getting the 4K limited edition. It includes reversible sleeves featuring original and newly commissioned artwork for each film. So we can probably see that here. Let's see. Do we see each of the reverse? No, we don't see that. So they're not showing that here. Okay. Double-sided fold-out poster, collector's perfect bound booklet. We get 5 discs here. So you're getting disc 1 is A Better Tomorrow on 4K Ultra HD, Dolby Vision. You're getting 2 brand new audio commentaries on here, brand new interviews, and then archival interviews on the first disc, which is A Better Tomorrow, the first film. The sequel, A Better Tomorrow 2, you're getting 4K Dolby Vision. You're getting a couple of brand new audio commentaries as well, brand new interviews, and archival features. Disc 3 is Better Tomorrow 2 work print cut. Interesting. So this is a Blu-ray that is providing the Unearthed extended work print cut. So it's viewable either in raw, unrestored form or with inserts from the restored theatrical cut. So it's via seamless branching. So another option of looking at the sequel, A Better Tomorrow 2 on Blu-ray. Disc 4 has A Better Tomorrow 3, Love and Death in Saigon, 4K Ultra HD. You get Dolby Vision. You're getting a brand new audio commentary by critic David West, brand new interviews, and then some deleted scenes and a trailer image gallery. And then disc 5 has A Better Tomorrow 3 extended cut. So you have the extended cut of that film on 4K, and it's of the extended Taiwanese preview cut. So this looks like a very interesting trilogy. This is actually kind of drawing me in. For those of you who are familiar with these films, let me know what you think about these films, and whether or not it's worth a blind buy. Is this the type of thing that would be better previewed by streaming some of these titles if they're available? Let me know, for those of you who are fans of these films, what you think about these films, or if you've just seen these films, what your impressions are and what your um, whether or not you'd recommend these films. But they definitely look intriguing. Again, pre-order price of $45. It's a trilogy of films. You're not only getting each of these films on 4K, but you're getting a couple of different viewing options for the second and the third films that they're offering here in this edition. So definitely looks pretty awesome. Some brand new commentary, some brand new interviews. So a lot of nice content in this edition from Arrow Video. Now, I do wonder, is this a, let me see. Now this looks like a chunky box here, because you're getting each of these 3 films in this set. So it's like one of those deals. But yeah, so this is the only, I guess, chunky box that you're getting this month from Arrow Video, this collection of this trilogy here, A Better Tomorrow. All right. And this set is also available on Blu-ray as well. So you can get it on 4K, and that pre-order price is $45 on the 4K, and I would imagine the Blu-ray is probably $35 pre-order price. Let's check it out. Let's see if I've guessed correctly or not. Okay, it's taking its time to come up. Come on. I clicked the link and it's not coming up. Okay, guess we'll come back to that. All right, so the last title this month is Go, and this is available in the US and Canada. It's Go limited edition 4K Ultra HD, and apparently it's only going to be a 4K offering. Available for a pre-order price of $35. September the 28th is when it's coming out, and you can see here the original and the new art of this film. Go says here, from the director of Swingers, Go, life begins at 3 a.m. Starring William Fichtner, Katie Holmes. So this is a film that stars Katie Holmes in there, Jay Moore, Sarah Polley, Scott Wolf. All right, so this is A Weekend Wasted is Never a Wasted Weekend. Okay. In the wake of Pulp Fiction, Hollywood was quick to embrace a wave of smart, hyperkinetic crime comedies, and few captured the energy of the era better than Swingers director Doug Liman's Go. Written by future Big Fish screenwriter John August, this frenetic cult favorite channels late 90s youth culture into a wild, interconnected ride of drugs, raves, and disastrous decisions over one chaotic Christmas weekend. So this is like a Christmas movie. Okay. Desperate for rent money, supermarket clerk Rana Sarapoli, Dawn of the Dead, agrees to broker a drug deal that quickly spirals out of control. Okay. So this is going to be a 4K limited edition that has 4K presentation with Dolby Vision. You get a brand new audio commentary, archive commentary. You get a couple of brand new interviews. That is great. You get deleted scenes, a short film, optional audio commentary. So that is interesting. So you get a couple of brand new features here. I'm not familiar with this title. I definitely want to hear in the comment section in the discussion what you all think of this movie. So this is one of those films, again, that would be a discovery for me. It's coming out on September the 28th in the US and Canada. It's available for a pre-order price of $35 and is only getting a 4K limited edition release. I don't believe it's a Blu-ray edition is going to be available. That is Go, coming out September 28th in the US and Canada on limited edition 4K Ultra HD. So that then brings us to the September titles collection here. Again, Better Tomorrow coming out on 4K and Blu-ray in the UK. Very interesting set. This is one that I will definitely consider picking up. It sounds absolutely amazing, like an amazing addition. But it's just a matter of what's the quality of the films. I think probably quite high given who's involved with them, John Woo and the other filmmaker. So I'm going to keep that on my radar. Night Falls in Manhattan's getting a Blu-ray release in the UK, had previously gotten a Blu-ray release in the US, as well as Desperate Hours getting its UK release. Excellent film starring Humphrey Bogart and Frederick March. Misery is getting a 4K release and Blu-ray release in the UK. I'm debating whether or not I'll be picking that up. Underworld is getting a UK 4K Ultra HD release, and Go is getting a US and Canada 4K and Blu-ray a 4K release. Forbidden Planet is coming out in all three territories, the US, Canada, and the UK on 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray. Tequila Sunrise is the title I'm most interested in picking up. It's probably my only definite pickup for September. It's getting a US, UK, and Canada Blu-ray and 4K offering, and you are getting a Blu-ray offering of this title here, The Wicked Priest. Getting those 5 films in the US, Canada, and the UK on Blu-ray. So, of all of these, I can highly recommend Desperate Hours. Fantastic edition for those of you in the UK or whoever wants to import that. Fantastic title. Highly recommended. Misery is a great film. So if you've never seen it and you like Stephen King's stories, you like Kathy Bates, James Caan, highly recommend that. I definitely want to hear in the comments section, those of you who have seen the Better Tomorrow series, Forbidden Planet, what y'all think of those, as well as Go and Wicked Priest. But I'm definitely got my sights on Tequila Sunrise. So with that, I want to capture your comments and then send everybody off into your Friday evenings. And I will wrangle up this dog. Hope he hasn't made a mess of the house, and feed him some dinner, and we'll continue and carry on here. And I'll also pop a Criterion title into the player this weekend. One of these titles that I picked up over here. So very excited, actually. Gonna be watching this one right here. Yeah. So super excited about that. Let's see here. Where'd I leave off? I've heard very mixed things about Underworld, but I haven't seen it. Tequila Sunrise has always interested me, but I've never seen it. May need to stream before commit to buying. That's always a great choice. These next weeks and next days in early July to mid-July, me and my younger sister are getting rid from a lot of early DVDs. Okay, we're not using them to watch anymore. Okay, fair enough. Sometimes it's good to purge. Misery, Desperate Hours, and Better Tomorrow are all excellent, and I highly recommend all of them if you don't already own them. Thank you for that recommendation. Those early classic Blu-ray discs remind me and my younger sister are getting rid of them now. Were released. Okay, time to change now. Fair enough. Finally saw The Desperate Hours a few weeks ago, and I think it's one of Bogart's best performances. Totally agree. Frederick Mark's also a personal favorite, and his performance stands out as well. That is a fantastic release. I cannot recommend it enough. It is absolutely wonderful. It is on my shelf, and I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful, beautiful looking Blu-ray. Got that nice 6K scan of the VistaVision photography. Looks amazing. Definitely getting Tequila, Forbidden Planet, Go, and maybe Misery. Okay. On a half price sale. Forbidden Planet was a big Warner Archive box set years ago, and before that, it was Criterion Laserdisc. Okay. It's inspired by Tempest, Shakespeare. Dogs will be dogs. No worries. We get it. Yeah. Shiloh is definitely a dog. Shiloh, come here. Let's see. Very stoked for Night Falls on Manhattan. Lumet is top 5 for me. This is a great film. Have you been getting in trouble, boy? Hmm? Have you been getting in trouble? All right, you've been disrupting this live stream, just so you know. Um, this Tequila Sunrise 1995 film, I don't remember when I saw this classic. It is really from mid-90s. Okay. It's like Arrow Video UK is restoring this classic film. Yeah. Arrow Video is restoring and releasing this film named Night Falls in Manhattan for 18 pounds, but doesn't have special features. Common, they are kidding. Yeah. Yeah, it already has a US release, and I've been holding off on getting it. It's Sidney Lumet, so I'm sure it's a fantastic film. So has to haven't gotten around to watching it yet. So you already have it, Archie. Yeah, I definitely want to hear from those of you who are watching this on replay. If you've seen Night Falls on Manhattan, what you think of the film. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts. You're spot on with your assessment of Desperate Hours, an absolute classic. Glad to hear that. Night Falls on Manhattan is a really good film. Thank you. And Richard Dreyfuss and Andy Garcia do a great job. Good to hear. It's also a book to film movie that does a great job when it comes to people who love the book. Excellent. I remember when I watched Night Falls on Manhattan, Donnie Brasco and Copland. These three were great. I saw them in 2017. I think it was on May. Okay, good. Before March was cast, Spencer Tracy was set to play this role. Oh, in Desperate Hours. Interesting. To starting my Arrow list for the Barnes and Noble August sale. Hopefully, I'll have money left after their Criterion sale. Tell me about it. Never seen the Desperate Hours before. I'm going to have to check it out. Please do. Please do. It's excellent. I've only Copland 1997 Blu-ray standard disc, but not the 4K. Awesome. Awesome. I will not be able to get to all the comments, but I definitely appreciate you all joining. I have never heard of those films either, Archie. I'm with you on that. I'll purchase another version of Misery. It's that good with a film. Bates Con dynamic is perfect. Totally agree. It is absolutely fantastic. You're right. That leg scene. Yeah, yeah. I cannot I have to turn away. I just have to turn away. There's no way I can look at that. This Arrow video, Lisa miserably better than the USA Kino Lorber. Be cool and excellent work. Let's see. Does James know the Second Sight Films, UK Radiance Films? Is James fan of Umbrella Entertainment Australia also? Well, I'm not as familiar with those titles, but I've heard great things about them, but I have not collected any titles from those labels as of yet. But who knows? Maybe in the future I will. Forbidden Planet I like to have, but will be patient on price and wait for a sale. Fair enough. Better Tomorrow trilogy, I said here. Okay. So a Better Tomorrow trilogy with a late, great Tony Stella artwork. Absolutely day one purchase. You got Gummo on Criterion? Not yet. Not yet. Not in a rush to get that one, I'm afraid. Sorry, James. Had to head out. Happy Criterion hunting, everybody. Thank you for joining, Wooly. I do appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. So, okay, A Better Tomorrow is a great entry point for John Woo, and the only thing I'm getting from Arrow's September slate. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see. Let's see. If you could visit any sci-fi setting, which you visit? The Starship Enterprise. The Starship Enterprise, for sure. Let's see here. Let me get a couple more comments and then um, I will wrap it up here. Have you seen Matt Dillon, The Kiss Before Dying remake? I have not seen that. I have not seen that. Let's see. Last time. Last comment here. The best film of Matt Dillon I saw was his first 1979 film debut, Over the Edge. I had the Arrow Video UK Blu-ray title since I picked up it in August 2021. My best friend recommended me to see. Awesome. That is great to know. I have not seen that title, but I do like Matt Dillon. He does great work. He was wonderful in Drugstore Cowboy, and always love to see him in different films. Also good in Wild Things, which is out on Arrow Video 4K. Cody in the cinema, always great to see you. Really appreciate you joining, and great show. Thank you, Acres. Always great to see you as well. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Hope you enjoy whatever it is you're getting into these early days of summer as we get ready to lead up to the 4th of July weekend here in the United States of America, North America. But hope you all have a great weekend and enjoy whatever it is you're watching. Drop a comment and let us know what you're watching this weekend. This is part of my weekend watch list. Let me know what is on your weekend watch list. Hope you all have a great one, and we'll be talking to you soon. God bless. Peace.